Hello everyone. In the previous class, we have started with the module number 1 overview of digital design with Verilog HDL, and we have discussed evolution of CAD design, emergence of HDLs, and typical design flow. So, in today's class, we will continue with the next topic, importance of HDLs. So the hardware description languages have many advantages compared to the traditional schematic based design. So those are: design can be described at a very abstract level by use of hardware description language. So designers can be able to describe at very abstract level by using the hardware description languages. So designers can write their register transfer level description, that is RTL description, without choosing a particular fabrication technology. So they can first design their RTL description, then later on they can use any fabrication technology. So the logic synthesis tool can automatically convert the design into any fabrication technology. So they need no need to worry for the designer to which particular fabrication technology need to be used for IC designing. If after some time, if any new technology emerges, new fabrication technology emerges, then there is no problem here also. So they just simply input the RTL description, whatever they have designed the RTL description, that has to be given as an input to the logic synthesis tool. Then it create a new gate level netlist using the new fabrication technology. The logic synthesis tool will optimize the circuit in area and timing for the new technology. The function of the logic synthesis, so whatever in the silicon chip available, the area has to be consumed very less. So that function is done by the logic synthesis tool. So reducing the area use and increasing the timing, that is to increase the speed, timings must be maintained. So that can be done by using the logic synthesis tool. By describing designs in HDLs, functional verification of the design can be done early in the design cycle. So using HDL, functional verification of the design can be done early in the design cycle. Since designers work at the RTL level, they can optimize and modify the RTL description until it meets desired functionality. So functional verification, how the circuit behaves, what is its function, its verification can be done earlier in the design cycle itself. So what is the advantage of this one? After one stage during the gate level netlist or physical layout, you may not get some bugs or errors. So there is a provision that earlier itself in the design cycle you can do the functional verification, whatever the design that you have done, how it what is its functionality, that can be checked or verified. And you can also optimize the functionality of the design, and also you can modify the RTL description unless and until the desired functionality is not met. So most design bugs, the errors whatever they appear, or bugs whatever the functionality that you desire, if you are not getting such kind of functionality, you can modify your code and verify again. So by doing this you can eliminate the bugs at this point itself. So this is going to be cut down the design cycle time significantly, because the probability of hitting a functional bug at the later time in the gate level netlist or physical layout is what, it is the last stage of IC designing. So here getting a bug is minimized. HDL is analogous to computer programming. That is, designing with hardware description language is similar to the different type of computer programming that are available. So what you can do is to increase the readability, a textual description like comments also can be included in the design. So this will help to develop and debug the circuits in the later stages. So this also provides a brief description about the design compared to the gate level schematics. In the gate level schematics, you have the schematic diagrams that you cannot include a comments over there, but in the programming language you can use the comments. So if the designing the circuits in a gate level is going to be almost incomprehensible for very complex designs. If the design is simple, designing it using gate level schematics is no problem, but if the design is very complex, so it is going to be almost incomprehensible. So hardware based design is getting rapidly increasing the complexities of digital circuits and increasingly sophisticated EDA tools. HDLs are now the dominant method of large digital designs. No digital circuit designer can afford to ignore the HDL based design. That's why these are HDLs, hardware descriptions are languages are very important. Next topic, popularity of Verilog HDL. So Verilog HDL has emerged as a standard hardware description language. So Verilog HDL offers many kind of useful features for the hardware design. So its features, popularity, why it is popular. Verilog HDL is a general purpose hardware description language. So that is, it is easy to learn and easy to use. So Verilog HDL is very simple hardware description language. It is very easy to learn as well as very easy to learn. In the previous classes you have studied C programming in first year as well as in diploma level. So it is similar to the Verilog HDL is almost similar. Its syntaxes are similar to the C programming languages. So you have come across the constructs, C constructs like if, else, while, for, and so many other things in C languages. The same syntaxes or same constructs are also used in Verilog HDL. So designers with C programming experience, if you have a experience of C language, it will be very easy to learn the Verilog HDL. Verilog HDL allows different level of abstraction to be mixed in the same model. So there are different type of abstraction levels are available: behavioral modeling, switch level modeling, gate level modeling, and one more is there. So all these modelings can be mixed to design one particular circuit. Thus, a designer can define a hardware model in terms of switches, gates, register transfer level, that is RTL, or behavioral code. Any two or all the modelings can be mixed. So a designer need to learn only one language for stimulus and hierarchical design. A stimulus is nothing but it is a test bench. A test bench to check for different combination of inputs how your circuits behaves. So you need to learn only one language for stimulus and hierarchical design. Most popular logic synthesis tools support Verilog HDL. This makes it language a choice of designers. So most popular logic synthesis tool are also going to be support this language, Verilog HDL language. That's why this is a popular choice of the designers. This Verilog HDL language is a popular choice of the designers or engineers. So all fabrication vendors provide Verilog HDL libraries for the post logic synthesis. So the IC fabrication vendors are available. Those are going to provide a Verilog HDL libraries for post logic synthesis and synthesis simulation. Therefore, designing a chip using Verilog HDL will give the widest choice of vendors. There are number of vendors are available. All those are going to be fabricate the integrated circuits. So using the Verilog HDL libraries for the post logic synthesis simulation, the designers designing a chip in Verilog HDL, which is going to be allow the widest choice of the vendors. Any vendor you can choose. So you need not to change the language here. You can use the Verilog HDL. You can use choose any of your choice of vendors. The programming language interface PLI is a powerful feature that allows the user to write the custom C code to interact with the internal data structure of Verilog. So designers can customize a Verilog HDL simulator to their needs with the programming language interface. So this is why this is how the popularity of Verilog HDL. Next topic, trends in hardware description languages. So as IC becomes more and more complex day by day, so it requires higher speed. As the complexity increases, the speed and complexity of the digital circuits are increased rapidly. For once when the IC is invented, from that day until now, the complexity of the circuits are increased drastically. Speed is also increased, speed of operation. So designers have responded by designing a higher level of abstraction. There are different level of abstraction. Higher level of abstraction means a behavioral description in which the algorithms are written. So designers have to think only in terms of the functionality, how the circuit behaves, how it functions. Designers only need to think in terms of functionality only. The electronic design automation EDA tools are going to take care of the implementation details. How to implement that particular design is taken care of by the EDA tools. So with the designer by giving the assistant by the designers, the EDA tools have become very popular or sophisticated enough to achieve a close to optimum implementation. The most popular trend currently in the design in HDL at an RTL level, because logic synthesis tool can create gate level netlist from RTL level design. Even though behavioral synthesis allowed engineers to design directly in terms of algorithm and the behavior of the circuit, and then they can use the EDA tool to do the translation and optimization in each phase of the design. But behavioral synthesis did not get the widespread acceptance. But today RTL design is continued to be very popular. So Verilog HDL is also being constantly enhanced to meet the needs of a new verification methodology. Formal verification and assertion checking techniques have also emerged. So these are the verification techniques. Once the design is complete, you have to check whether it is giving the desired functionality or not. For that one, verification is required. For that purpose, formal verification and assertion checking techniques are emerged here. So formal verification applies formal mathematical techniques to verify the correctness of the Verilog HDL description and to establish equivalency between the RTL and gate level netlist. But they need to describe a design in Verilog HDL will not go away. So even though the verification methodology has emerged, the design has to be done using a Verilog HDL only. Without Verilog HDL, you cannot do anything here. One more type, assertion checking is also emerged. Assertion checkers allows checking to be embedded in the RTL code. So this is a convenient way to do checking in the most important part of the design. Whatever the most important part of the designs are available, that can be checked with the help of the assertion checking method. Along with these HDL languages, there are new so many other programming languages have emerged, like C++, which is a object oriented programming, and such other programming languages have also came into existence. So these languages also provide support for automatic stimulus creation, checking, and coverage. But these languages will not replace the Verilog HDL, because they simply boost. These languages only used to boost the productivity of the verification process. But designing has to be done in a Verilog HDL, using Verilog HDL only. For very high speed and timing critical circuits like microprocessor, the gate level netlist provided by the logic synthesis tools is not optimal. So for the different type of designs are required for the higher level, higher speed and timing critical circuits like microprocessor and the gate level netlist, which is going to be directly provided by the logic synthesis tool. But the given the produced circuit is not that optimal. So in such cases, what the designer need to do is, they are going to mix the gate level description directly into the RTL description to achieve the optimum results. So another technique that is used for the system level design is mixed bottom up methodology, where the designers use the existing Verilog modules, basic building blocks or vendor supplied core blocks to quickly bring up their system simulation. As we know, there are so many HDL programs are already developed by the designers. So what the designers will do is, they mixed up the bottom up methodology. That means already the existing Verilog modules are available, the basic building blocks are available, and also the vendors are going to supply few core blocks. So by using all these modules, you can quickly develop your system simulation. So this is going to help in reducing the development cost, as well as it compresses the design schedules. Cost is reduced and design time is reduced. For example, consider if you want to design a system in which it has a CPU, graphics chip, IO chip, and a system bus. The designers are going to concentrate on the CPU, and they would build the new generation CPU, but at an RTL level. But what they are going to do is, they use the behavioral models for the other things, that is for the graphic chip and IO chip, and they would buy vendor supplied models for the system bus. So like doing this, the system level simulation for the CPU could be up and running very quickly and long before the RTL description for the graphics chip and the IO chips are completed. Thank you for watching the video.